Sri Lanka, which has now been in existence for 29 years. It's worth reminding ourselves, I think, that the association was originally founded on the initiative of the then Sri Lankan High Commissioner in London, on the suggestion of the then Sri Lankan Foreign Minister. So links between the High Commission and your association from the beginning have been close and rightly remain so. The association brings together people with an interest in Sri Lanka, British people with an interest in Sri Lanka, often from having lived there, and Sri Lankans and those of Sri Lankan descent living in Britain. Our objective is to promote understanding and friendship between the two countries and to provide opportunities for those in Britain with a commitment towards Sri Lanka to meet and to socialise. But, more than that, to keep ourselves up to date with developments in Sri Lanka and to strengthen our knowledge of that country. Most diplomatic missions in London can count on the support of similar organisations to our own, and I'm pleased that the Sri Lankan High Commission knows that they can count on ours. At last year's annual general meeting, I was able to comment that developments in Sri Lanka, the election of a new president and moves towards constitutional change, had seen a considerable improvement over previous years in relations between Britain and Sri Lanka, and of a greater understanding in the UK of efforts being made in Sri Lanka towards reconciliation and reconstruction after the years of conflict. That improvement has continued over the past year as Sri Lanka has developed socially, politically and commercially. There have been changes in the Sri Lankan High Commission here since our last annual meeting. The then acting High Commissioner, Dr. Shalika Talpahawa, returned to Colombo and was replaced by Mr. Siddheshwara Gunaratna, who will address us, as I've said, this evening. Both have been very supportive of this association. Very shortly, Sri Lanka's new High Commissioner, Amari Wijewarna, a prominent businessman, will arrive in London to take up her post, and I'm hoping that the acting High Commissioner might give us a date to work through as to when she might arrive. And I hope that early in her stay, we will be able to arrange an event by which this association will welcome her to London and enable our members to meet her. Your committee has held meetings on 21 October and 17 February and today prior to this AGM. We have only one change among the office holders during the year. Annette Van Marek has stood down as treasurer following her move to Bath and has been replaced by Ranald Pereira. I thank Annette for all her hard work and welcome Ranald to the task. All members receive our newsletter, which comes out 3 times a year, with its main feature being a detailed account of political, economic and commercial developments in Sri Lanka. That feature for a number of years has been written by John Field, my predecessor as chairman of the association and a former High Commissioner in Colombo. John now feels it is time to stand down, and the next newsletter, which you'll receive very shortly, will be his last. We thank John enormously for this huge contribution and are grateful that he will remain a member of the committee. Amal Abiwardena has kindly agreed to contribute this main feature of the newsletter from now on. Association events during the year have included, and this is not a complete list, but it is some of the highlights, have included a tour of the Stationers Hall and a sitting walk on 5 October last, a talk in February by John Gimlet entitled Elephant Complex, which was a wide-ranging analysis of Sri Lankan events from colonial times to the Civil War. A talk on 19 October by John Keir on the Spice Road. In April, we had 2 events, a tour of London Docks and a talk by Robin Kanyajakam on Anuradhapura. And on 18 May, a talk on Sri Lankan generals. The arranging of these events is no easy task, and for their successes, we are much indebted to Shimali Fernando and Anthony Pascaralingam and Sue March. I myself attended a number of other Sri Lankan events during the year, several at the High Commission, including a carol service last December a National Day reception on 5th February at the splendidly recently refurbished High Commissioner residence at 35 The Avenue in NW8, ready now for the new High Commissioner after several years of using temporary accommodation. And a meeting for the Sri Lankan diaspora addressed by 3 visiting Sri Lankan ministers. I also attended a number of events at the Chiswick Buddhist Temple, including a memorial event for Kala Abhiwardena, who have been one of our active members. I thank all our office holders and committee members who work only for their affection for Sri Lanka. In addition to those already mentioned, I thank our Deputy Chair, Linda Duffield, our Secretary, Vima Pereira, and our Treasurer, Ronald Pereira, and Bruce Rawlings, our Membership Secretary. I also thank the Acting High Commissioner, Siddheshwara Gunaratne, and his staff, who generously allow us to use this building for many of our functions and who support the Association in a variety of ways. Looking ahead, I trust the Association will have another active year. Our membership at 404 is down by 9 on the year ago. I would like to see more new members, particularly from the Sri Lankan community. We always welcome suggestions for events from our members. Again, I thank you for your attendance today and look forward to seeing more of you at our events during the coming year. So now,